Ukraine is preparing new fakes to discredit the Russian forces. The Russian Ministry of Defense received an information that the Ukrainian special services want to make fake footage in several cities at once, including Sumy and Konotop. The goal is to blame the Russian forces for the death of civilians. One such video has already been filmed. The time and place are known. The video was made on 4th of April in the village of Moshchun, near Kiev. The official representative of the Russian Ministry of Defense, Igor Konashenkov, stated that the filming of the fake footage was carried out by the 72nd Ukrainian Main Center of Psychological Operations. They plan to publish the fakes in the Western mass media. The Ukrainian forces blew up a railroad tank with nitric acid in the city of Rubezhne in the LPR. The consequences for the locals include severe burns and damage to their eyes and lungs. More than 40,000 tons of sulfuric, hydrochloric, nitric acid, and ammonia are stored in the warehouses currently controlled by the Ukrainian forces. Civilians within 30-kilometer radius are under a threat, the representative of the People's Militia of the LPR, Andrei Moshchun, stated on Telegram. He noted that the moment of detonation was planned while taking into account the winds. Currently, the wind is blowing at the city of Kudryashevka, which is controlled by the LPR. The situation is getting worse due to the lack of communication in the city, and the ongoing shelling is getting worse, which complicates the evacuation of the civilians from Rubezhne, Andrei Moshchun explained. The NATO must have time to rearm and re-equip the Ukrainian forces, the Secretary General of the NATO, Jens Stoltenberg, stated on the 5th of April during a briefing. He explained that the NATO provides military support to Ukraine only to the extent that won't lead to a full-scale war between Russia and the NATO. He noted that the NATO will have to cooperate with Russia despite the fact that the relations between the NATO and Moscow have changed dramatically. The Russian National Guard destroyed several MLRS Grad used by the Ukrainian nationalists, the press service of the Russian Ministry of Defense reported. According to the reports, one MLRS was destroyed at first, after which the Ukrainian nationalists decided to change the location of the remaining MLRS. Earlier, the ONU News reported that the Russian Guards detained a Ukrainian artillery spotter. The Russian permanent representative in the UN, Vasily Nebenzia, protested against the refusal to call a meeting of the UN Security Council at a Russian request to discuss the situation in the Ukrainian town of Bucha. Russia demanded to call a meeting of the UN Security Council on the events in Bucha 2 times. Both times, the UK, which currently chairs the UN, refused to hold a meeting at a request of Russia. Recently, Ukraine published a video footage with bodies of murdered civilians supposedly found in Bucha. The Russian authorities called the footage a well-made fake. The Russian Defense Ministry stated that during the entire time while Bucha was under the Russian control, not a single local resident was harmed by the Russian forces. The human rights ombudsman Tatyana Moskalkova confirmed that Russia and Ukraine carried out an exchange of POWs 86 to 86. The list initially included 4 employees of the Rosatom company, but then Ukraine excluded them from the list. According to her, more than 10 Russian sailors were in the list as well. So far, Ukraine doesn't let them go. Moscow is also trying to return 90 truckers. The Russian Ministry of Defense offered the Ukrainian servicemen, nationalists, and foreign mercenaries stuck in the city of Mariupol to stop resisting and leave the city via a special corridor to the Ukrainian-controlled Zaporozhye region. According to the head of Chechnya Ramzan Kadyrov, 267 Ukrainian servicemen from the 503rd Battalion of the 36th Separate Marine Brigade of the Ukrainian Navy have already laid down their arms. Konstantin Restsev, specially for the ONU News.